Discover the chilling story of Albert Fish, the infamous murderer whose heinous crimes shocked the nation. Dive deep into his life, crimes, and the haunting legacy he left behind. Albert Fish, born Hamilton Howard Fish, is a name that invokes horror and fascination in the annals of American criminal history. Known for his heinous crimes, including kidnapping, murder, and cannibalism, Fish's life story is a complex web of psychological disorder, criminal behavior, and societal impact. Albert Fish's notoriety stems not just from his gruesome crimes but also from the way he conducted them. His life, from his troubled childhood to his eventual capture and execution, provides a disturbing glimpse into the mind of a serial killer. Fish's actions have been studied extensively, offering insights into the darkest corners of human behavior. Born in 1870 in Washington, D.C., Fish's early life was marked by extreme hardships. His father passed away when he was young, and his mother struggled to take care of him, leading to his stay in an orphanage. This period of his life, filled with abuse and trauma, is often considered a critical factor in shaping his later criminal behavior. Fish's psychological profile is a key aspect of understanding his crimes. He exhibited traits of psychosis, sexual perversion, and sadomasochism, complicating the task of diagnosing his exact mental condition. His behavior poses significant questions about the nature of evil and mental illness. Fish's criminal activities were marked by their brutality and the targeting of vulnerable children. His methods included luring children under false pretenses, then subjecting them to unimaginable horrors. Each crime he committed was a testament to his twisted psyche. Albert Fish carefully selected his victims, often choosing those who were either very young or mentally handicapped, believing these individuals would be less likely to be effectively missed or searched for. This predatory tactic reflects a calculated approach, showcasing his awareness and exploitation of societal vulnerabilities. Fish's ability to present himself as a harmless, elderly man was central to his modus operandi. He often appeared as a benign figure, a grandfatherly type, which allowed him to gain the trust of both children and their guardians. This deceptive presentation masked his true intentions and enabled him to commit his crimes without arousing suspicion. Once he had successfully lured his victims, Fish employed a variety of tools to torture and ultimately murder them. His tools of choice included knives, saws, and a homemade paddle studded with nails, which he infamously referred to as his implements of hell. Fish's use of these tools demonstrates a premeditation and a perverse pleasure in the act of inflicting pain. Fish's crimes were not only physical but also psychological, involving elements of terror, manipulation, and control. His letters to the families of his victims, particularly the infamous letter to the Budd family, serve as chilling examples of his desire to extend his influence and terror beyond the act of murder itself. The case of Grace Budd is perhaps the most infamous associated with Albert Fish. The abduction and subsequent murder of this young girl in 1928 led to one of the most extensive manhunts in New York City's history. The details of this case are not only gruesome but also highlight the cunning and manipulative nature of Fish. While Grace Budd's case is the most well-known, Fish claimed to have committed numerous other crimes. The stories of these other victims provide a broader understanding of his criminal patterns and the sheer extent of his depravity. Forensic science played a crucial role in Fish's capture. The investigation into his crimes, particularly the Grace Budd case, involved early forms of forensic analysis, which ultimately led to his arrest. The investigation into Albert Fish's crimes was marked by several key breakthroughs. From the discovery of his correspondence to the tracing of his whereabouts, each breakthrough brought the authorities closer to apprehending him. Fish's trial was a significant legal event, marked by challenges in prosecuting a criminal with a complex psychological profile. The trial brought to light various aspects of the legal system's ability to handle cases involving mental illness. Fish's sentencing to death and his subsequent execution in 1936 were met with a mixed public reaction. While some saw it as justice served, others debated the ethical implications of executing a mentally ill individual. Fish's letters and confessions, some of which were addressed to the families of his victims, provide a chilling insight into his mind. These writings are often considered among the most disturbing documents in criminal history. The psychological impact of Fish's crimes on society was profound. His actions raised questions about the nature of evil, the capacity for human depravity, and the ways in which society deals with such extreme criminal behavior. Albert Fish's life and crimes have been the subject of numerous books and films, reflecting the public's enduring fascination with his story. These works explore various aspects of his life, from his psychological profile to the impact of his crimes on society. The case of Albert Fish fits into a broader cultural fascination with serial killers. His story, like that of other infamous murderers, continues to captivate the public, raising questions about why society is so drawn to these dark and disturbing figures. Comparing Albert Fish's case with those of other serial killers provides valuable lessons in criminal psychology, law enforcement, and the criminal justice system. It helps in understanding the patterns and motivations behind such extreme criminal behavior. The Albert Fish case has broader implications for the criminal justice system, particularly in dealing with criminals who have severe mental health issues. It raises important questions about the intersection of mental health and criminal responsibility. Reporting on murder cases, especially those as heinous as Albert Fish's, requires a high level of sensitivity and responsibility. The media has a crucial role in presenting such cases in a way that is respectful to victims and informative to the public. Balancing the public's interest in high-profile criminal cases with respect for the victims and their families is a significant ethical challenge. The Albert Fish case is an example of how this balance can be complex and fraught with moral considerations. The investigation and prosecution of Albert Fish had a lasting impact on law enforcement practices, particularly in terms of dealing with serial crimes and the use of forensic science. Despite the resolution of his case, Albert Fish's life and crimes continue to pose enduring questions and mysteries. These aspects keep the case relevant and intriguing to this day. Reflecting on how modern forensic techniques could have altered the investigation of Albert Fish's crimes offers a perspective on the evolution of criminal investigation methods. Psychological theories provide a framework for analyzing Albert Fish's mindset and motivations. Understanding his psychological makeup is key to comprehending the nature of his crimes. The representation of Albert Fish in popular culture, including in films, books, and television shows, has shaped the public's perception of him. These portrayals often reflect societal attitudes towards crime and punishment. The media plays a significant role in shaping the image of a serial killer like Albert Fish. This impact on public perception is an important aspect of understanding the cultural significance of his case. High-profile cases like that of Albert Fish often lead to legal reforms. These reforms can include changes in criminal law, procedure, and the handling of cases involving mentally ill defendants. The legacy of Albert Fish's case on the justice system is significant. It highlights the challenges and complexities of prosecuting high-profile criminal cases, especially those involving mental health issues. The enduring impact of Albert Fish's case is multifaceted, affecting various aspects of society, law enforcement, and the criminal justice system. Reflecting on this impact provides a comprehensive understanding of the case's significance. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the harrowing story of Albert Fish. We hope this video has provided you with a thought-provoking insight into one of history's most disturbing criminals. Your perspective is important to us. Did you find this video engaging, or is there something more you'd like us to include in our future videos? Please, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. We're constantly working to bring you more fascinating and in-depth explorations of history's most intriguing and chilling figures. If you enjoyed this video, show your support by hitting the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. This way, you won't miss out on any of our upcoming content, which promises to be just as captivating. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the darker corners of history with us.